Government of Belize. Published December the 1st, 2017. Special characters are denoted as follows. And. Left and right parentheses. A bullet point. Her Majesty's Government of Belize, also referred to as the Belizean Government, is the democratic administrative authority of Belize, a constitutional monarchy under a parliamentary democracy. It was formed in 1981 after gaining sovereignty from the United Kingdom. The Constitution is the supreme law of Belize. Part 1. Executive Branch. As head of state, Queen Elizabeth II is represented in Belize by a Governor-General who acts on the advice of the Prime Minister and the Cabinet. Element or table removed. Unsuitable for speech. Belize is a constitutional monarchy and parliamentary. Its democracy is based on the Westminster model. Belize is a member of the Commonwealth of Nations. Queen Elizabeth II is head of state and is represented in the country by Governor-General His Excellency Dr. Colville Young. Senior Dr. Young is the country's second Governor-General. The primary executive organ of government is the Cabinet, led by a Prime Minister. Cabinet ministers are members of the majority political party in Parliament and usually hold elected seats in the National Assembly concurrently with their cabinet positions. Cabinet members can also be drawn from the Senate. Part 1. Executive Branch. Chapter 1. Current members of the Executive. March 2015. Dean Barrow, Prime Minister. Patrick Faber, Deputy Prime Minister. Chapter 1. Current members of the Executive. Section 1. Ministers. Dean Barrow, Finance and Economic Development. Gaspar Vega, Natural Resources and Agriculture. Wilfred Elrington, Attorney General, Foreign Affairs. Erwin Contreras, Trade, Investment, Private Sector Development and Consumer Protection. Patrick Faber, Education, Youth and Sports. Anthony Boots Martinez, Human Development, Social Transformation and Poverty Alleviation. Pablo Marin, Health. John Saldivar, National Security. Manuel Heredia, Tourism, Culture, Civil Aviation. Renee Montero, Works and Transport. Michael Finnegan, Housing and Urban Development. Lizella Miller, Forestry, Fisheries, Sustainable Development. Joy Grant, Energy, Science and Technology and Public Utilities. Godwin Hulse, Labour, Local Government, Rural Development, NEM, Immigration and Nationality. Charles Gibson, Public Service and Elections and Boundaries. Chapter 1. Current members of the Executive. Section 2. Ministers of State. Hugo Patin, the Ministry of Natural Resources and Agriculture, with special emphasis on agriculture. Edmund Castro in the Ministry of Works and Transport, with special emphasis on transport. Mark King in the Ministry of Human Development, Social Transformation and Poverty Alleviation, with special emphasis on the Conscious Youth Development Program and the Gang Truce Program. Herman Longsworth in the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, with special emphasis on youth and sports. Santino Castillo in the Ministry of Finance and Economic Development, with special emphasis on economic development. Omar Figueroa in the Office of the Prime Minister. Chapter 1. Current members of the Executive. Section 3. Government-appointed senators. Senator Mark Pegg. Senator Juliet Thimbreel. Part 2. Legislative branch. The National Assembly of Belize is a bicameral body which consists of a House of Representatives and a Senate. The 31 members of the House of Representatives are popularly elected to a maximum 5-year term of office. The Senate currently consists of 12 senators plus the President of the Senate. The senators are appointed by the Governor-General as follows. 6. On the advice of the Prime Minister. 3. On the advice of the Leader of the Opposition. 1. Member on the advice of the Belize Council of Churches and the Evangelical Association of Churches. 1. On the advice of the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Belize Business Bureau. And 1. On the advice of the National Trade Union Congress of Belize and the Civil Society Steering Committee. The President of the Senate is then selected by the 12 senators, either from amongst themselves or from the general populace. The President presides over the sessions of the Senate but ordinarily has no voice nor vote in the proceedings, as would an appointed senator, except in the cases of the passing of bills. Legislation. Where he/she has a casting vote. Where the President is selected from amongst the 12, the powers of Senator and President of the Senate are vested in this one person. Otherwise, the President has no powers as would ordinarily be vested in a Senator. Over the past few years, there has been much debate over whether the members of the Senate should be appointed or elected. This discussion continues as Belizeans continue to weigh the pros and cons of an elected versus appointed Senate. As of the 8th of February 2008, the government of Belize is controlled by the United Democratic Party. Belize UDP, which has a confirmed majority in the House of Representatives after general elections of the 7th of February 2008. The former government, the People's United Party, PUP, is now in opposition, after having governed Belize from the 28th of August 1998 to the 8th of February 2008. The UDP previously governed Belize from the 30th of June 1993 to the 27th of August 1998. The PUP had governed from the 4th of September 1989 to 30 June 1993, and the UDP from the 14th of December 1984 September the 4th, 1989. Before 1984, the PUP had dominated the electoral scene for more than 30 years and was the party in power when Belize became independent on the 21st of September 1981. Part 3. Political parties and elections. Part 4. Judicial branch. Members of the independent judiciary are appointed. The judicial system includes local magistrates grouped under the Magistrates' Court, which hears less serious cases, the Supreme Court, Chief Justice, which hears murder and similarly serious cases, and the Court of Appeal, which hears appeals from convicted individuals seeking to have their sentences overturned. Cases may under certain circumstances be appealed to the Privy Council in London. In 2001, Belize joined with most members of CARICOM to campaign for the establishment of the Caribbean Court of Justice. Belize is divided into 6 districts: Caracol District, Orange Walk District, Belize District, Cayo District, Stan Creek District, and Toledo District. Court cases are also heard in the capital city of Belmopan. The Supreme Court holds hearings from January to December of each year, starting in Belize City and then going to the districts. Magistrates' Court hears cases on most weekdays. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is Kenneth Benjamin, a dual citizen of Guyana and Antigua and Barbuda. Since the 15th of September 2011, He succeeded Abdoulaye Conte of Sierra Leone, who had served in that position since 2000. A special family court has been set up to hear cases regarding child maintenance, domestic violence and spousal abuse, and other similar cases. This court is located in downtown Belize City. A quick trial court processes selected cases especially speedily. Part 5. Local government. Belize has a system of local government comprising 4 types of local authorities: city councils, town councils, village councils and community councils. The 2 city councils, Belize City and Belmopan, and 7 town councils cover the urban population of the country, while village and community councils cover the rural population. City and town councils consist of a mayor and a number of councillors. 10 in Belize City, 6 in Belmopan and the towns. Mayors and councillors are directly elected to 3-year terms, using the first-past-the-post system. The most recent municipal elections were held in March 2006. The mayor, except in Belize City, acts as the chief executive of the city or town, and allocates portfolios to the other councillors. Village councils consist of a chairperson and 6 councillors, who are directly elected by registered villagers. Village councils in their current form were established by the Village Councils Act 1999, and the first elections for village councils were held in March and April 2003. According to the Government of Belize website, urban authorities are responsible for street maintenance and lighting, drains, refuse collection and public cemeteries. They also have discretionary powers over other services including infrastructure, parks and playgrounds, markets and slaughterhouses, public libraries, public buildings and the amenities of the city or town centre. Village and community councils have a more limited range of functions. They encourage and assist cooperation on economic and social development and general welfare, and can run community centres. Some rural villages in Belize also have an alcalde, a local magistrate who has both an administrative and a judicial role. In addition to presiding over local courts, alcaldes are responsible for managing communal and act as school officers. This form of local governance is practiced mainly in Mayan communities in Belize, but any rural community can choose to appoint an alcalde. Part 6. Defense. The Belize Defense Force, BDF. Established in January 1973, consists of a light infantry force of regulars and reservists along with small air and maritime wings. The BDF, currently under the command of Brigadier General David Jones, assumed total defence responsibility from British Forces Belize. BFB. On the 1st of January 1994, the United Kingdom continues to maintain the British Army Training Support Unit Belize, BATSUB, to assist in the administration of the Belize Jungle School. The BDF receives military assistance from the United States and the United Kingdom. Internal security is the domain of the Belize Police Department, currently staffed by about 1,200 police officers established in all 6 districts. The Commissioner of Police is Crispin Jeffries. Since April 2009, drugs in Belize are controlled under the Misuse of Drugs Act. However, other types of crime are becoming more commonplace, and the murder rate has increased due to unsolved gang-related issues and the presence of drugs on the streets. In 2012, the BDF had developed a new unit they call their Intelligence Cell. The Intelligence Cell is the unit that does the gathering of intelligence with respect to both our borders, national security and internal security. They travel around the country and to remote areas via Chinese-made mule and motorbikes that were donated to the BDF. Part 7. Foreign Relations. Belize-United States relations have traditionally been close and cordial. The United States is Belize's principal trading partner and major source of investment funds. It is also home to the largest Belizean community outside Belize, estimated to be 70,000 strong. Because Belize's economic growth and accompanying democratic political stability are important U.S. objectives, Belize benefits from the U.S. Caribbean Basin Initiative. The United States is the largest provider of economic assistance to Belize, contributing via various bilateral economic and military aid programs. Belize is a member of the Commonwealth, formerly the British Empire, then after 1931, the British Commonwealth of Nations, and was granted independence from the United Kingdom in 1981. The United Kingdom maintains a training centre for the Army in Belize. In order to strengthen its potential for economic and political development, Belize has sought to build closer ties with the Spanish-speaking countries of Central America to complement its historical ties to the other English-speaking Caribbean states. This recording is a derivative work from Wikipedia. For more information, please visit www.frogcast.org.